if I told you that society is about to split into two distinct classes? The rise of reasoning AI isn't just creating better technology, it's creating a new social hierarchy. In the next 12 months, we're going to determine which side you're going to be on. I'm Evan Goldstein. I'm a licensed professional engineer and a data scientist. I'm building the AI Capitalist channel to talk to the leaders and the thinkers, like you, about navigating the new world of intelligent machines. So the AI scene is at a crossroads, and it's looking like we might end up with a pretty big gap between people who can get their hands on the coolest new technology and those who can't. And we're seeing this shift play out, especially with the pricing and features from the big players like OpenAI. It's starting to look like our society is about to change the way that we deal with this technology. So as we dive deeper into this new chapter, it's important to keep an eye on what this all means for both us as individuals and for societies as a whole. There's been a lot of worry that the price hikes from AI companies show that we're scrambling and maybe on the verge of collapse. The generative AI market is still pretty young and competitive, with tons of startups competing for cash and customers, but many of them are also struggling to make a profit. Even the top dogs like OpenAI and Anthropic are racking up some serious losses. OpenAI alone has costs hitting $8.5 billion, and it brings in only around $4 billion. So that's per year. It looks like there's no clear winner in this space, and the talent's frequently jumping from one company to another, and NVIDIA is holding all the cards when it comes to the vital hardware, the AI chips that they develop. Plus, partnerships with the giants like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon don't guarantee success when a lot of the players are butting up with multiple corporate giants. But this view misses the bigger picture. Yes, OpenAI is feeling the burn, but they've got ways to handle it through growing their revenue and getting strategic funding. They're even looking to reel in about $6.5 billion in the new investments from big names like Apple, NVIDIA, and Microsoft. And with around 200 million users each week, including 11 million who are paying up, they've got a solid base to build on. So saying that price bumps mean a desperation really misses a lot of what's going on in the AI world. When we check out OpenAI's Fresh O1 model series, things get even more interesting. It's like a leap from just generating AI to something they're calling reasoning AI. While tools like GPT-4 and others still feel pretty basic and struggle with everyday tasks, the O1 is a game changer. It takes more time to respond because it's actually thinking, paving the way for a new style of AI that goes beyond just churning out content. Now, this isn't just a tiny upgrade, it's a whole new approach that could change how we interact with AI entirely. Developing this reasoning AI means a whole new way of looking at pricing too, and it reflects the advanced abilities and the hefty resources that are required to make it a reality. Yes, basic generative AI will get cheaper as things improve, but high-level reasoning is going to become a pretty high price tag item. So if you think about it, fixing code could set you back around $50 a month, but tackling complex issues might cost anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And this tiered pricing model makes sense considering how different tasks need varying levels of computing power while still keeping basic services within reach. So they're still going to be able to provide value to the casual, non-expert user at the basic price point. And if you're getting value from this episode, I'd appreciate it if you press like. Lets me know that I'm making content you want to see, and it spreads that content to others. Thank you for supporting AI Capitalist. Reasoning AI can do way more than just what generative AI handles. While generative AI is great for making stuff and dealing with simple tasks, reasoning AI can take on the heavy hitters like digging into scientific research, making medical diagnoses, and doing financial analyses. Because of this broader scope, it makes sense that there would be higher prices for those advanced skills, kind of like how pro software tools often come with a premium price tag. A lot of critics have vastly underestimated AI's potential to evolve, fixating on what it can't do right now while ignoring where it's headed. This is similar to how technology faced skepticism back in the day. Think about the printing press, photography, or computer. Just like scribes who resisted the printing press or traditional artists who pushed back against photography, some people in the AI scene might struggle to accept the transformative power of these new tools. Some say that AI art is not real art or could be seen as a sign of an era that when critics are saying that AI art isn't real art, it could be seen as a sign of an era that future people are going to look back on as a form of resistance rather than a valid argument. We're on the brink of what we might call an AI Reformation, completely changing who gets to play with what kind of artificial intelligence and widening the gap between those GPU-rich companies that can afford the pricey equipment and the GPU-poor companies that can't. When you think about how a whopping 10,000 NVIDIA H100s, which is the basic chip used in the data centers that are being operating this artificial intelligence, the 10,000 chips costs about $400 million. It's clear that most startups are left scrambling, trying to make something out of next to nothing. Some projects are just going to get lost. We're going to get a tiered system where the companies that are already booming and already successful are going to be able to use their revenue to increase their artificial intelligence access, and they're going to be able to use that to leverage into larger growth. And a lot of the projects that are starting now that can't make that leap just aren't going to matter in the grand scheme of things.